That's the thing is, yeah, I mean, it's good. Minus 50 out of warrior, and then I keep throwing it to the bow split, because the bow split's very difficult to do quickly, or at all, even. But I know that if I bitch out and I do the old route on a good paced run, I'm still gonna fuck it up, and then I'm gonna regret that I didn't just go for broke and do the new route. I think I'm just gonna stick with the new route. Yeah, I have over a minute between my PB and my summa best, which is way too much time. I've never been so far off of a summa best before on such a short run. It's just so hard to do all of the things in succession without fucking them up. Especially when the bow split doesn't really have any room to fuck up. You can do stuff slower, but if you make a mistake, then your run's dead. It's so hard to stay detached to like throw runs like that. Something like so consistently. You just have to not care. It's really easy to get emotionally attached to the runs. What? I like didn't hit LT all the way. I never did the aim. I'm emotionally attached to Bomberman. Bomberman always will have a place in my heart. Bomberman's next. I keep saying that, but it's true. I think probably after I get a 23, I'll switch to Bomberman. I can always come back to Kana. Derusting this was so much easier than I could have imagined. Even just learning the new route, way easier than I thought. I'm bad. But yeah, I would be happy, I think, with a 23 for now with this, and then I'll switch to Bomberman.
If you want to get to them, our brother Tar was trapped.
Although it does feel like the only time that I'm going to be able to grind out, you know, like a world record pace run. I've had paces that were world record pace up until Bow in the last couple weeks. It's like, do I just try to get as close to record as I can right now, or do I just take the PB and move on? I don't know. I've never really been much of one to like grind for record like that once I'm not interested in playing the game anymore. It's hard to move through that kind of headspace. Forcing it's just never kind of been my thing. Are you serious? Dude. There goes the 16 seconds. Dang. Make that as sketchy as possible. Alright. Nice. Alright. I'll take it. Plenty of other time to save. That's not as bad as I thought, actually.
Toshi could not. It seems, Toshi, you.
I had a hard time getting sub 8 dash for a long time, so I really shouldn't bitch. Need another coffee. Actually, I should probably eat something. I don't know. I was gonna go get dinner at like 5 with my parents. So I might as well just wait till then now. That's really bad though. I need to be eating more. But I did only wake up like 2.5 hours ago. I was gonna eat before stream, but I just like the idea of like scarfing down oatmeal before I went live was like very unappealing to me. But I just didn't. Look how my mouse showed up on screen for a second. Nice. Grapes and salsa? The fuck? With chips? Well, you said grapes. And salsa. I'm just picturing you dipping fucking purple grapes into salsa straight up. I haven't had chips and salsa in a long time. I used to make nachos a lot. Like simple nachos, which is like cheese, microwave, but still pretty good. I missed. That's so bad. Don't do it. Still save time. Look at this. This is crazy. This run sucks, and it's still minus 23. I just can't clutch one out. Like, having a hard time. But did not forget spawn alteration this time. Yeah, the chicken really makes the difference. It should be good. Fuck. Hold on, I'll read chat in a sec. This is the hardest part of the run. Lands? Holy shit. She hovered for so long. I thought she was gonna void out. Nice. Need more protein right now? Yeah, me too. I meant to order more protein powder. I haven't had protein powder in forever. And it's just such an easy way to supplement a little bit of protein because it's really hard to get that much in a day. Especially when you're like me and you hate cooking. Not that protein shakes are meant to replace meals, just having that much protein in a meal is really hard for every meal. No, dude. Come on. Are you kidding? Okay.
Try using your bow.
Nice. Let us pray. There's still a long way to go. one of the harder parts. I've never seen her not go straight up after that, so that was really weird, but still good. I fucked up. Oh! Okay. That actually saves time. Good to go. That's it. 23. Hermiger. Love DBZ fan.
Goodbye, Kana. There is only one spirit left for you to help.
Oh, it's the 49 too. Nice. I still know I can do a lot better than this, but I'm happy with this for now. Yo, thank you for the GGs. Skillet. DBZ fan. Odie. Yeah, that one feels good. I'm happy with that. The beginning could still be so much better. But I mean, like, there's tons of improvement to be made everywhere in it. And it's still a minute behind record, but it just felt stupid having a 24 on the board when I know I've been capable of a 23 for like a long time. Even with the old route, I was still capable of a 23. So it's just like, it's about time, but it feels good. I did it. This is the third fastest anybody has ever beaten Kana ever. Well, third fastest person. What happened after 2.0 that changed the board a lot? There was a glitch called air rolling, where you could like roll Kana up into the air, and then when you were in the air, you could keep rolling, which we used to pass a few different barriers. It made the early out of bounds and cave a lot easier. There's a few places in the game where air rolling was useful, and it got patched, so it's not a thing you can do anymore. So that was like a big issue. Hyperdash, the way that Hyperdash works changed. Hyperdash is actually easier now, but the air rolling is like the biggest one. And yeah, I'm struggling to think of the other changes right now. Like, there's other differences. Oh, remote activation. You used to be able to use the camera to like sort of make the game think that your position. This is how I think it works. Make the game think your position is at something. So like, we would go out of bounds, put the camera near the first chest you open with the rot, and then you would move on to like the next rot to collect, and then you could remote activate the chest opening from where your new position is. So you could do that a lot, where you like remote activate stuff like chest openings and shit, and then you would overlap the cutscenes at the beginning of the game, so you could like activate one rot and the other one at the same time. It's a complicated explanation, it's not a very good one, but especially in the all routes category, remote activation loses, like, it being patched loses you like minutes of time not being able to do it. Yeah, so that's a big problem as well. Yeah, they changed a lot. It wouldn't even be a problem if it was on Steam originally and they patched all that shit, because you can down patch on Steam. But the problem was that on 1.0, it was Epic exclusive, and Epic doesn't let you down patch to previous released versions of games. And it would auto-update, and so if you didn't just, like, if you didn't save off the game files and or like prevent the game from auto updating and it updated, you're just fucked. You can't ever go back. And that was like a big mess when the game first was being run, but then it kind of stabilized. But then the 2.0 release happened, and they just completely fucked everything, and we had to find new ways to do stuff. And it wasn't even until like this year, relatively recently, that we realized you can still do the cave out of bounds at the beginning of the game. Relatively consistently in a run. Yeah. So they just made the decision that everything would get shoved to legacy runs, and that we would basically just start over. And I think that was the right call. There's also a couple other things in the game that are different, like there's barriers in places that there didn't used to be. There's much stricter barriers in places that there didn't used to be. But the game, I think, is probably never going to get an update again, and even if it does, you can down patch to an earlier 2.0 release on Steam, so this is as good as it's going to get now, I think. Oh, I didn't read your message about going to past version, but yeah, that's the problem, is you just can't. You can't go back to 1.0 unless you have the game files. Because when it released on Steam a year later, they released it on Steam as 2.0. 1.0 was never on Steam, so you can't go back. It's a weird situation, yeah. It sucks, but, you know, at the same time, it's like the developers don't owe the speedrunners anything, you know? It would have been nice, but I get it. It's like their primary motive is to make money and have a game that's less glitchy and shit, but the problem is like, I don't think any of those glitches or issues ever affected casual play, so I don't know why they cared so much, but